This is the story of how my friend Alex found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her while she was in prison with another girl who was in prison. They weren't locked up at the same place, so I guess he thought that he was in the clear. So my friend Alex knew this guy, Michael, on the street, and they had used drugs together, but when she got arrested, he stopped using drugs. He went to rehab. He was there for her through her whole sentence. She served 5 years. They had their ups and downs, but they really had a pretty solid relationship. 2 weeks before Alex is getting out of prison, she goes out to the yard and she sees this girl that she used to hang out with on the street. And so she goes out there and she's like, hey, what's up? And they have a reunion. And then she goes, hey, remember that guy Michael? Alex was playing it cool, yeah, I remember him. She goes, do you know who he's talking to now? And she's just playing dumb. And she goes, no, who's he talking to? And she says the name of a girl who's in another prison that she used to have beef with. She didn't really believe her because she's been with Michael for 5 years and they've been solid. So she's not just going to take this girl's word for it. And so she goes, how do you know? The girl says, well, he sends her money, but she's on canteen restriction. So he actually sends the money to my account and I give it to her. And then she tells Alex his full government name, which is what shows up when you send somebody money. And then she knew, she knew that this was true. That night she goes to call Michael and she confronts him on all this. And of course he's oh, deny till you die. I didn't do that. She's a liar, blah, blah, blah. Talking so good that she's almost convinced that he's telling the truth. She ends up calling another one of her friends and the friend was like, girl, you didn't know? And Alex was like, what are you talking about? She said, girl, when your brother went to prison, Michael took the car that you used your stimulus check to buy for him, and he drove it to Chicago to buy 5,000 grams of fentanyl, and he got busted. They impounded the car, and now Michael has charges hanging over his head. He's going to prison for a long time. She's just there's no way. He hasn't used in 5 years. Well, she does a little bit of research at her job and she finds out that he does have charges hanging over his head and that he is going to prison for a very long time. Now, thankfully, she found out all of this 2 weeks before she was getting out of prison, so she dumped him.